So, still wrapping up all the announcements from the Assassin's Creed showcase earlier in the month, we have one more flagship Assassin's Creed game being developed by Ubisoft Montreal, Assassin's Creed codename Hexe. Now, by far out of all the announcements, Hexe was the most ominous, and it's also the game we know the least about. I mean, we don't even have anything official aside from the very brief and mysterious announcement trailer. However, everyone has been very quick to point out the setting is most likely going to be during the 16th century witch hunts in Germany during the reign of the Holy Roman Empire. That sounds really intriguing, especially because this is a time period I'm personally very unfamiliar with. But all we've gotten about Hexe so far from those working on the game is they've put heavy emphasis on the fact that this is going to be a very different kind of Assassin's Creed game, and it's going to be very dark, which I think we all already got that vibe from the trailer, which makes sense because the witch hunts were not pretty. But of course, what I've been very curious about is what exactly does different mean in this scenario? Different how? Obviously, it's going to be different to anything we've experienced in this series, so it's likely neither going to be a traditionally styled AC game or an RPG. Honestly, just from the vibe I got from that trailer, I think one of the things that may be different to what we're used to is perhaps the inclusion of some horror elements. Now, how prevalent that will be, I have no idea. Maybe it could even be a survival horror kind of game, which I'm totally down for, honestly. It's just really hard to picture what exactly that would look like for Assassin's Creed, but it sounds like a really unique and refreshing idea for the series. I'm still hoping it'll involve the Assassin's Creed, and I think it will, since we can actually see the Creed logo in the trailer. And of course, we know the Assassin's Creed existed during the 16th century. I mean, a good majority of the Ezio trilogy takes place during the 16th century. Not that I think we'll see Ezio, but you never know. One can always dream. I'm also just really curious what in the world the gameplay is gonna look like. Does the fact it's gonna be a different kind of game apply to everything, even including gameplay? Because I'm not exactly sure just how different gameplay in an AC game could be. I'm just really curious. I like how the old Ubi hasn't really said too much about Hexe yet, and keeping that ominous and mysterious aura surrounding the game. However, what also has me intrigued and quite excited about Hexe are the people working on the game. Clint Hocking is the game's creative director, which actually makes a lot of sense because he's known for spearheading some of Ubisoft's most ambitious games. He did the original Splinter Cell and Chaos Theory, Far Cry 2, which is far different from any Far Cry game in the series, in a good way in my opinion, and most recently Watch Dogs Legion, which for me wasn't the best, but it is clear they tried to deliver something a little more unique and different for the Watch Dogs series, which I can respect. So having Clint Hocking working on an Assassin's Creed game that already promises to be different should be quite interesting. And of course, this is being made by Ubisoft Montreal, and the story is being written by a fan favorite, Darby McDevitt, who came back to Ubisoft not too long ago and is one of the few people left in the studio from the Ezio days. He was the narrative director and lead writer for Valhalla. He was also the lead writer for Revelations and Black Flag. He also co-wrote the stories for Unity and Origins, and wrote the wonderful conclusion to Ezio's story in AC Embers. So the fact he's working on Hexe has me quite excited as well. It's clear to me the people working on this game have a vision and passion to make something different for Assassin's Creed, and it sounds like it's a game they actually want to make. Hexe already sounds like it has a lot of passionate people behind it, so I'm excited to see what they can do. Now, when will we actually see Hexe? I mean, at the absolute earliest, it would be 2025, but that may even be a bit too optimistic. So it's safe to say it'll be a while before we actually get our hands on this game. Maybe 2026? I don't know. I'm not an expert on these things, but we know we're getting Mirage next year, and Red won't be until 2024 or 25, and Hexe won't be coming out until after Red, so yeah. In conclusion, Hexe sounds very interesting so far. The setting is intriguing, and I can't wait to learn more about it in the coming years. Admittedly, it's not the game I'm currently most excited for, especially since it's so far off in the future, but it's definitely caught my interest. But let me know what you guys think about codename Hexe and your theories on what exactly would make this game so different compared to the rest of the Assassin's Creed series. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you considered leaving a like and subscribing to the channel if you're new. And other than that, thanks for watching and have a great day, Assassins.